So originally, went over to the UK. I worked for the largest R&D tax specialist in Europe. From there, about 12 months ago, I then went out my own and then used that methodology to expand into about 1.5 million in the first 6 months and about 110 clients. It was probably a month or two into that I got recommended to Liam, and it was just strategies to do with digital marketing, but also indirectly other strategies such as putting on events, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, search engine optimization, or otherwise known as SEO. That did help a lot, and again, it sort of just took away the 80-20 rule in regards to what they help with. Good question. I mean, some of it was outbound as well, but the majority was inbound. And as you guys can appreciate, and yourself, Liam, as you saw, was the conversion rate was a lot higher with the inbound leads. This was logistically much easier when people were in London because we were London-based, but this got done through video conference calls, face-to-face meetings, depending on the size of the client and what sector it was. Well, it was one of them ones where you don't know what you don't know, so I was used to just pick up the phone, purely LinkedIn, but then obviously with the help of Liam, automation that he brings, and just different revenue streams and avenues, helped a lot to grow the company from, I think at the start we had 3 people, and then by the time I ended up leaving there, I was up to about 11 people full time. Well, I mean, outbound obviously is cold calling. It's very cold, and that's essentially you've got to lead from somebody, which correlates with being an inbound lead. The inbound leads were just a lot easier, and that was because of the SEO strategies that have been implemented, as well as the direct target in the Facebook ads, Instagram ads, and that direct contact for the target and what you need. I think we actually did some stats, and again, I'm not a statistician or look into this, but I think it was about a 70% conversion of inbound leads compared to the outbound leads, which was about 10 to 15% if we did get a hold of the client. So that's a bit of a contrast in between what we did. By the end of it, to be honest with you, it was more of the other guys that were new streams that was coming in. I was more taking in later on, but as a whole, most of these inbound avenues, which I think is a collective now, was the assumption was tenfold better than the outbound. The actual ones individually, I couldn't actually tell you what ones were better or not, because as a whole, they were pretty good altogether. To be honest with you, we're doing much of the same. Again, SEO, the outbound marketing strategies that they implement. Again, I'm hoping that he takes care of all that for me because that's his expertise. But yeah, we'll be doing more of the same hopefully, and hopefully we go similar. Yeah, very confident. Obviously there's a little bit of legislation changes, so I've got to adapt to that and understand the scheme a lot more. But yeah, pretty optimistic type of guy, so hopefully yeah, we can go very well in that as well. To be honest with you, I don't think it essentially matters between being tax consulting or other sectors. You've got an offering, you've got a product, and essentially it's the same as the marketing strategies that are implemented for various components and sales strategies, especially for tax. So I think consulting, you've still got a product there and you're able to identify for me that you can still crush it using these different methods. And we've done 110 in 6 months, now we've been 140 all up. That's B2B clients. We signed them for 3 to 4 year contracts, but first year only would have been about 1.7 million over the 9 months. 150. Go for no, so don't be scared of getting no's from people. So reward your people getting no's, correlates more yeses.